So we're back with Disco's favorite segment of the show, the Lucha Libre Minute. Boom.
What it
With
do,
our boy
fellas?
our boy Harry Ruiz.
Always a pleasure being with you guys here. Football season's about to end, so that means that there's a lot of things going down with lucha, with wrestling. We know they got the big shows over there in Japan this weekend. I don't know if Disco's going to be up at 3 in the morning to watch Wrestle Kingdom. Fortunately, Wrestle Dynasty, the AEW New Japan show, is going to start at 8 p.m. Pacific time, so that
Are you gonna
actually
watch
helps
that?
out. I more than likely will. It's the day before the Raider game, so I might.
What match are you looking forward to?
I want to watch Kenny Omega back in the ring, man. That's the one.
Is that a pay-per-view, Harry, or is that on TV?
A pay-per-view.
Okay. So
yeah.
So 2 weekends in a row they have a pay-per-view?
No,
yeah,
this is from Japan. This is not theirs. This is New Japan's.
So it's a collaboration. It's New Japan and AEW. The night before Wrestle Kingdom.
But the only thing AEW is doing is sending wrestlers. The show is really being put on by New Japan.
You can look at it that way. Honestly, I think that it has to have both parties to be hold down. If it's not like the New Japan show, the
I doubt
AEW
Tony
show.
Khan's going all the way to Japan to help run the show because they do a pretty good job by themselves.
Yeah, no, it says here the Wrestle Dream is an AEW produced pay-per-view. So I guess it's the night after Wrestle Kingdom. Wrestle Kingdom's New Japan, Wrestle Dream's AEW, right?
Yeah, and if it were a New Japan show, I think it would start at our 3 in the morning out here in the States instead of the 8
So you want to
PM.
see Kenny Omega. What else do you want to see?
Kenny Omega, Gabe Kidd. I want to see the Young Bucks. It's been 2 months since the last time we saw the Young Bucks, and they're supposed to be wrestling for the New Japan Tag Team Championships. So I think there might be a chance that they get those belts.
Did you read the recent comments they made that they were wrestling on purpose?
I heard you guys on the Patreon talk about it. I started listening to most of the interview that you guys were referencing, and I didn't hear that part, so I might not be at that part yet of the interview. But
they definitely said it because I heard somebody sent me a link,
a clip,
and I heard them say it. My question is, and I posed this to Glenn, was, yeah, your wrestling might have been boring, but what's your excuse for your promos? Nothing.
The way that you guys described it was perfect. It's like if you let people into what you're doing, and now we understand, and you can be heelish about it, and you can get people get heat on you for the right reason, then it would make more sense. I mean, you guys are right 99% of the time, and that's why I tune in every week. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I look at the card and there's spots where I'm like, I don't really care about the women's match. I don't really care about the Lucha Gauntlet where it's going to be 4 CMLL guys versus 4 New Japan guys unannounced. So I'm not into that. Or even Jack Perry. I don't know who the heck he's wrestling. I saw the name and I was like, well, the only reason I know Jack Perry's wrestling is because the Young Bucks posted a picture with him on the jet on their way
he's
to Japan.
Yota Tsuji.
Who?
No clue.
And Sue?
Yeah, I actually, Fight TV was going to give me a discount if I bought both Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty. And when I saw the card for Wrestle Kingdom, I was like, yeah, no, I'll skip it. I'll just watch Wrestle Dynasty.
How much is Wrestle Kingdom?
So I paid with Fight TV. I use a VPN. So I pay like $20 for the pay-per-views.
Why don't you just get them free, dude?
I like watching them whenever I have time. Like I wasn't able to watch the pay-per-view.
You can still watch these links that I have. You could watch it 2 days later, 3 days later. Sometimes, I'm working and I can't see a UFC fight live, and then I'll just go on the link and it's there like forever.
But like I actually like having the Fight TV has an app, and you just go on the app and you can stop, like the Patreon app, where if I stop listening to a clip after I finish walking my dog, I can go back and continue listening to it at the exact same point. So yeah, it's super, super easy with it. Some unfortunate news, Konnan, when it comes to the Lucha Libre industry. Vikingo, he was out for most of 2024. He came back recently with AAA, but he was out in England, in the UK, and he suffered an injury during his match, his debut match in progress, his first match out there in London against Kid Lyco's El Segundo, Kid Lyco's second. I don't know who that is, but he was wrestling in that and he suffered an injury. They stopped the match. Can you speak or do you know anything about that situation with
You know, and it
Vikingo?
looked like such an easy thing because he basically was on the apron and he did like a cold red sunset flip, and that's when he kind of twisted his knee. But I did talk to him, and he told me, and obviously there's no way he can know until he gets an MRI. He goes, just by the way it felt, he goes, I should only be out 2 weeks, but we'll see.
And that's coming off of 2 injuries in the last
Right.
couple of years. With the
Right.
style that he wrestles, we
Right.
obviously want to see more Vikingo throughout the years, and he's one of your
Yeah.
main stars in
That,
AAA.
bro,
So
that's a problem that you have wrestlers, and it was in our time too, that when they're known for flying, no matter how many people are there, they're always gonna put on their. And I've always told them, bro, you have to have a show that's like for Triple Manias, and if we do something with TNA or something like that, your B shows and your C shows, and only on your A shows do you give 100%. But this guy goes out there, he's probably in England, Progress. 300 people sound like 3,000 people in a closed thing. You get caught up in the adrenaline, and he's out there, going buck wild and not taking care of himself.
yeah, we wish him the best. Hopefully, we get to see him soon in AAA. Another Mexican wrestler, he
Let me ask
won a
you a question.
championship. Go for it.
How willing are you to push him strong going forward, Konnan?
Not that much, because I think we're going to lose him sooner or later to an American promotion. I mean, he really is the most creative, best high flyer besides Will Ospreay. And there's some stuff Ospreay can't do that he does, but he's injury prone.
That's excessively injury prone.
Right.
I don't, bro. I would doubt that, like, at any of the prominent wrestling, like WWE, I would doubt WWE's looking at signing this guy.
Well, you never know, but
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Let's say he ends up in AAA and that's his option.
Well, he is in AAA.
What,
he signed to us.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. How do you? Well, like,
Yeah,
how do you
can't
push
really push him.
Exactly right. That's
Right,
what I'm
I
saying.
can't really push him because next thing you know, he's on the shelf.
Right.
So you can't, and it's hard to put a title on somebody like that too. But
Right.
we spent 2 hours getting him over, and he's one of our most over guys.
2 years getting him.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
You said 2 hours. So
2 years. My bad.
Yeah.
And we got him over. Like, he's super popular. Look at him, bro. The guy's incredible.
And look at this. The way to look at it. Okay, would it be a positive if, let's say, his career is turning out kind of similar to Jeff Hardy? Is that a positive or a negative?
Well, he doesn't use.
So I'm talking about the career. Jeff Hardy consistently got
injury.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Injuries. He's very talented, very over, but
also
consistently hurt, and even getting hurt doing other things like motorcycle jumps. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's I don't know. It's very.
I don't have that.
Yeah, are over, but it's like, what do you do with them? It's like, okay, you just let them go out and be the thrill series. It's like, bro, I'm waiting for Darby Allin to get injured for like a 6-month period at any point, but the guy is over, and it's like, and you don't really. It's like we've shown in the past, you can't micromanage these guys every move in every match. Okay, they have a very cavalier attitude about how they work. They're very. They're very. I don't want to use the word reckless, but it is kind of reckless in that they don't understand that, like, you don't have to do a lot of these moves when you could do less risky moves and get a
They
similar
don't
pop.
Understand that because they're very young.
Right.
And
they're still young.
Very rare
correct.
when you're young to have that type of maturity. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Right. So,
and that's the thing with Vikingo. He's not popular because of his promos or his character or the way he dresses. Right. He's popular because of the moves in the ring and all the wild things.
When you see Vikingo, you're seeing a guy that very few people are on his level. Like, you're seeing something special when you see him.
It's an attraction. Like Darby's an attraction.
Yeah.
But
he's more of a high flyer than a daredevil.
Right. But then here's the problem. Okay, so you just wonder, like remember when we talked about like Ospreay isn't getting over as much as he should have because he came into a company where everybody was working like him before he got there. They're trying to copy, or they're trying to be Will Ospreay, like that's the style and everything. So it's like kind of weird that you get a guy like Vikingo and a guy like Darby, is that they're still kind of very unique in the big picture of like high flyers. You know, like because there's something about them. They just do certain different things. You know, I don't really consider Commander like, cause he's kind of out there with like his thing, but he does look very green at a lot of points in the matches. So, you know, I don't really put him in those categories. But it's just, you know, with Ricochet there now too, and like AEW, it's like there's not a lot of room for more people to work like them. You know what I'm saying? And but you're having a whole bunch of like other you can see the young kids these days, they're all trying to be the next Ricochet, the next Vikingo, the next Darby. But it's like you don't need any more of them. You know, you got enough of them. There's all we need is like you only need like one or two of those on your card because they are injury risks. You don't want the whole a quarter of your crew to go out there risking injury because as a booker, you know that is very difficult to shelve guys in the middle of angles. You know, you have to rewrite everything to write your way out of it. So I don't know. It's like you know, I don't know if anybody's really. I'm sure you've had conversations with them.
Heck, it happened with AAA.
Right.
Vikingo was going to main event one of their big shows in Juarez, but he got hurt. So Pagano had to step in for that championship match against Del Rio.
And I just wonder if this is that case where the fans are these guys' own worst enemies because they are, you know, you can sit there, Konnan, you can tell the guy, hey, look, if you do not turn it down, you're going to be out for a long time. You don't have a long career. You need to listen to me. But he goes out there and does the crazy stuff, and he gets over the fans, and he goes online. He sees the people that love this guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to tell him, like tell people like this, dude. Who do you want to listen to? The people that hire you and pay you, or you want to listen to the marks online that are telling you you're doing everything right? You know what I'm saying? And that's ultimately the conversation that these guys have to have, and they need to understand that the wisdom of the experienced people in this business is well worth prolonging your career. And these guys are learning on the fly, and it's like, bro, like when I saw Vikingo got hurt again, I was like, he just came back from getting hurt, you know? And it's like you've told him specifically, Konnan. I think you've actually had this conversation, bro. Don't do your moves unless you are.
Bro, I had Rey Mysterio call him.
You have a good base that you're working with.
Yeah, but I had Rey call him, bro. At the end of the day, they're young. In their eyes, is you did your career, you did what you wanted to. I'm gonna do what I want to, and I'm gonna get over no matter what. However, that's the mentality of like the young wrestler nowadays in general, right? And so, you know, the only way they're going to learn is not what I tell them is they keep getting hurt. They're going to go, well, maybe I need to adapt my style, you know?
Right.
I mean, maybe Konnan was right. And the thing is, Konnan wants Vikingo to be over for the next decade or 2 decades.
But I can't hold his hand everywhere he goes. So,
like, you think WWE wouldn't have wanted a Jeff Hardy career where he was never in and out of being hurt, and you know, like the on-screen persona that they had? Of course, they would have wanted that, you know.
Mm-hmm. So Konnan, is Vikingo under contract just for 2025, or also does he have 26 in the book? So you know that?
Yeah, I think both years he's under contract. Both years? Yeah.
Cool, because I know there's going to be aggregators that listen in Disco. That was a perfect question to Konnan because you were looking more at the injury angle, and Konnan actually he shared that about the American companies, which of course there's going to be people interested in Vikingo the moment that his contract with AAA runs out, just like what happened with Commander. With AEW bringing him over, and in ROH Final Battle, he became just the second Mexican to be the ROH World Television Championship, defeating Willie Mack, AR Fox, Mark Davis, and Blake Christian in a survival of the fittest match.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content, and being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones, and thank you for picking us. Boom.